Hey guys, John Grace of Empower Consulting. Hey, this is video number 9 in my podcast series, From Stuck to Aligned, Redesigning a Life That Actually Feels Like Yours. I know from personal experience that if you're a business owner or even a professional in the latter part of your career, we may have already achieved a large amount of success on paper, but no longer feel really deeply connected to what we're doing. And this is what I would call approaching a tipping point. So a tipping point is really where we have been on a trajectory for a long time, but have leveled off and feeling as though that something is not quite right, that maybe we're wearing a suit too tight, or we're living in a career which is restricting us. This gives us the opportunity, the potential to actually be proactive and to think about taking time out to reflect on what the next stage of our life may look like, whether it looks like remaining in our career but in a different capacity, or whether it actually looks like leaving a career and making a new start in an area that gives us more fulfillment and meaning in our lives. Now, if we fail to actually take time out and reflect, we can end up experiencing what I call trigger events. These trigger events come along to give us a nudge. For example, if you're not feeling connected to your career anymore, you may well be made redundant. Or if you're not looking after your health, you may experience a medical event and end up with a prognosis from your doctor, which probably will not be good news. But instead of looking at this from a perspective and limited lens of the negative, if you reworded or rethought about that in a more positive aspect, you could actually learn from that trigger event, take things into your own hands and design your life which will produce better results, whether that's getting healthier and fitter, or whether that is reconsidering your future career direction. And this can even relate to relationships. Sometimes we stay in relationships longer than we should because it's comfortable, and changing just seems too hard. Our whole life seems wrapped up with this other person. But if this relationship doesn't give you the passion and connection that you're wanting from relationships, then you need to actually start to think proactively about what you're going to do about that. Don't leave it until actually there's a trigger event, when the last straw breaks the camel's back and something is said or done which means that you can't take it back, and the relationship becomes irretrievably broken. So what I'm suggesting in this video is that we need to be in tune with ourselves a bit more, to actually tell when things are off and to take notice. And that way we can control our responses and consequences. So rather than reaching a trigger event in our lives, we can actually see the scale starting to tip and start to think and take action before negative outcomes occur. So that's pretty much it for this video. If you're keen to continue a discussion around this subject, then happy to have a clarity call with you, or just even start a conversation in the link below. Anyway, guys, good to catch up. Talk soon. Cheers. Bye.